This is William Hatfield once again, and I am speaking with none other than the marketing director for SurvTech Solutions, Mr. William Hatfield. Thanks for being here, William. Not a problem. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Now I want to start with, how did you come to be the marketing director for SurvTech Solutions? It's actually a pretty funny story how I came to be the marketing director. I had originally worked in business management in the formal wear industry, so I had a lot of marketing and trade show experience coming from that, and I had really just kind of got fed up with that entire industry. So I left there and I started at a surveying firm based out of Orlando, and I just wanted something so completely different from what I had been doing in the past. And from there, I started as a rodman, which is anybody that knows land surveying. That is basically the break-in point. And I worked my way up through there and started doing crew chief type things. And I wanted to learn what the office part of it was. So I went to school and learned drafting, and left that firm and joined SurvTech Solutions as a draft person. One day as I was walking by David O'Brien, the company's president's door, I asked him, do we have a website? And he said no. And I said, well, let me make one. I can do that. So I did that, and it came out good. People liked it. People seemed to respond to it. And from there, I said, let's do a trade show. So it kind of, all these little things continued to snowball, and the marketing position got to be so overwhelming that I didn't have time to be a draft person anymore. But I think everyone at SurvTech will agree that it's worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. Now, one of the big things that you're known for is ethics in marketing. You've read several things on the company blog about this. Kind of explain to me, what are ethics in marketing? Ethics in marketing, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Because now more than ever, people are looking not just at price, they're looking for value. And one of the things in value, and finding things that are valuable, is that when somebody tells you something, they need to be honest with you. And that's part of being ethical. Not everybody's perfect, and any company that says that they're perfect are obviously lying. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you handle those mistakes. It's how you handle problems. And ultimately, it's how you deal with your customers. But it goes more than that as well. When a lot of times when we get advertisements in the mail, it'll say the best or the lowest price or this or that. And how many times have you got something and what was promised was not delivered to you? Fast food is a perfect example of that. What's on the picture isn't always what you end up getting. And I think that's unethical, and I think that it's very important, especially now, like I just said, more than ever, that people need to be truthful and honest in their marketing and advertising materials. And I think that counts for a lot. I think that says a lot about the corporate culture of SurvTech and the employees, as well as the ownership. How does that actually set SurvTech Solutions apart from other firms, firms in general, not just surveying? How does that set SurvTech apart? Well, two ways really. One is that we say what we mean and we mean what we say. If there's been a mistake, we will correct the mistake. If you have questions, we are always available, and we will call you back. We hear that a lot with surveying, is that whenever a problem arises, that they can never get a hold of their surveyors. Or if they need something done quickly, the response time is very slow, and that's not the case with SurvTech at all. The other way that sets us apart is a lot of firms are happy to skate by, and at a lot of places, if it's not a particular individual's department, they pass the buck. Most of the people at SurvTech are multi-discipline, meaning if they're a drafts person, they've worked in the field. I mean, even I've worked in the field. I know what's going on there. I've been out there. I've been a drafts person. I have experience doing all these things. So if I encounter something, it's not their problem, or that's not one of those, it's not my department kind of answers. We all look out for each other, and I think that says a lot about ethics, is that company-wide we are a cohesive unit. We are the SurvTech family, the SurvTech way, SurvTech culture, all these things that you probably heard about and read on SurvTechSolutions.com. It's not just nonsense thrown out there for the sake of filling a web page or filling up printed material. Those things are there for a reason. Like I said, we say what we mean, and we mean what we say. And that's why we put those things out there, and that's why we hold them to be true. The SurvTech mission statement is to make a difference in the lives of our employees, who in return will make the difference for our clients. I think that is very much apparent in anything that SurvTech does, and any dealings that any individual has had, not just with me or David or Stacy, but anybody at SurvTech. We're all kind of interchangeable, because ultimately it's much easier to market a company when the company is representative of yourself. Therefore, all the people of SurvTech Solutions, that's what I'm marketing. The entire organization of individuals that all have the same common goal. That's what makes a strong company. That's what makes a strong corporate entity, and that's what makes viable corporate culture, not just hodgepodge that people throw out there and give lip service to. I want to ask you kind of a fun question here. What is your favorite part of being the marketing director? Well, my favorite part of being marketing director, I really enjoy the trade shows. I like to talk to people, and I think everybody has a story to tell, and I like to hear stories. And I think everybody, when you go to these things, everybody wants to meet somebody. They want to get across either what they do for a living, or why they would need SurvTech's particular services. And one of the most interesting things is how many compliments we get from individuals who have never got to talk to surveyors like we talk to them. One of the big things when I started as marketing director was I wanted to really brand the company, and I wanted to redefine the way the industry was perceived among people in related industries. And I think we've done a very good job of that. So that's probably one of my most favorite things, the branding of the company, and to see it take shape, and to get out and meet all the people at the trade shows. SurvTech does lots of really neat things. What are some of the cool, neat stuff that you as a marketing director have implemented at SurvTech Solutions? Cool things SurvTech has done. Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff we've done. We have the Land Surveying for Kids coloring book that I drew and put together, and that's at the website. Obviously, the website has a load of stuff, videos, video interviews, the Tales from the Field series, the video newsletter series, celebrity involvement by the genius Lanny Poffo, who, I mean, you can go to Toys R Us right now, and in the World Wrestling Entertainment aisle there's a Lanny Poffo action figure, a little doll. So I think that's a pretty big deal for SurvTech to have Lanny's involvement. And there'll be more celebrity involvement in the future. All the different trade shows. We've had several unique advertising campaigns, comical. Some of it's funny, some of it's more serious, but all fun stuff. Wow, there's just a lot of stuff that we do that I think is cool, and we have increased our Alexa ranking by over 4 million points in the last 3 months, which anybody in the industry would see that's fairly amazing. Just a lot of really cool stuff that we've been able to do, and part of it is by people like the people that are watching this interview. You're the reason that we do these things, to not just entertain you, but also to inform you about SurvTech solutions. That way when you go to make a decision of which surveying firm to use, you have a level of familiarity, and there's an air of openness with SurvTech that you don't get with other firms. We are very transparent. What you see is what you get, and if you have questions or anything, we are... And of course, I'm sure that there is. Are there more things you wish you could do? Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, there are other things that I wish we could do. I wish we could have a 20 by 20 booth. I wish we had full color graphics on every vehicle. I wish we could do television commercials and miniature films, and there's a lot of stuff. I think anybody who is a marketing director that doesn't dream big should probably find another job, because you have to always be looking forward. You can never rest on your laurels. Like, yeah, you just mentioned a lot of cool stuff and all that's great, but if you're not always improving and always striving to do bigger and better things, then you need to be doing something else, because obviously that's not where your passion is. And if your work is not your passion, or at least part of it, and you have no artistic endeavors, then really it's unfair to yourself and unfair to the company you work for if you don't allow yourself to fully express those things internally that you need to. And William, this is kind of a blanket question, but why is marketing so important, especially right now? Well, for one, if you're not marketing, then you can't expect anybody to know who you are. Personal networking only goes so far, and even at that, people that you know, people that you meet through functions or trade shows or whatever, if they don't know the whole story, I mean, that part of marketing is staying in touch with people. Marketing has become a term that it was never meant to be. Let's look at the word in and of itself. Market. Marketing, to market. A market's a place where people sell things. You lay out your wares in a market, whether it's a fruit market or a bread market or fish market or, whatever. You lay everything out so the consumer can take a look at it and say, I like the way this looks. I like the way the fish stand owner or the fruit stand owner, or I like the way the apple guy has shined the apples up and laid them out and appropriately named everything. And to me, that's what marketing is. You lay everything out. You are honest with the potential clients and customers in the market, and you say, this is what we have. This is how we do it. This is what you can expect from us, and this is what we expect in return. And that is how you cultivate a successful market. If you're not doing those things, you might be successful for a little while, but you won't have long-term success. And you might keep the lights on, but you're not going to be a profitable business. There's a big difference between owning a business and being a business owner. There's a big difference between selling something and marketing something. this is just kind of a personality question, and to get some more background information on, well, you. What other things have you done, and like what other projects have you been involved with outside of SurvTech Solutions? What other things have I done besides here and my previous experience in the formal wear industry? I was the writer-creator of Universal Image's comic book title, The Evolutionaries. I am a avant-garde musician who has 4 CD releases under various stage names that I won't divulge here. I am a published poet in several different volumes, and it's not your poetry.com little BS stuff. It's actual poetic volumes of work that I was paid for. I've done editorials for feature editorials, not just a guy writing in a letter, like the actual physical name on the head of the editorial page and everything for a couple of local newspapers in Ohio, where I'm originally from. And currently I'm working on a independent film. I don't know how I have the time to do that, but I do. And I just wrapped up a 2-year-long series called The Wrestling Hot Seat, where I would interview in both video and audio formats various wrestling superstars from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. I have interviewed just about anybody that you would ever want to. From the old-timers to people that you haven't heard of, from the guys to the girls, everybody from Playboy cover girl Tori Wilson to the all-time greatest Bruno Sammartino, and pretty much everybody in between. So that was a very fun experience, but I'm ready to move on from that and ready to start work on my movie. And finally, William, what does the future hold for William Hatfield and SurvTech Solutions? I think we will see greater market penetration in the phosphate industry and other mining industries. I think we will see a definite increase in our GIS capabilities, and I think you'll see the SurvTech Solutions name more and more in that market. I think we will continue to amass continuing services contracts for more school systems and municipalities, as we had done in 2008. I think we will do even more in 2009 and continue to do a good job for those folks. Do more trade shows, more relevant trade shows. Always trim the fat. More things like the video newsletter, and increase the production values of those. More celebrity involvement. We have our new Go Green page, and we'll be writing an article for the FBA EP newsletter coming up. I believe that'll be the April newsletter, so you can look for that. If you're watching this in retrospect, you'll be able to look that up. Continue with the Going Green stuff. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. And both personally and professionally. What the viewer needs to realize, this isn't just my job. This is my hobby and my passion. It is just connected to me as everything else that I do. And when your passion is your work and it becomes a way of life, and I'm not talking about in the workaholic, escape the world kind of way. I'm talking about because you truly care about what you do. That is, that's where you need to be at, people. Well, William, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate speaking with you, and I wish you, or myself, continued success in the future. Well, you're welcome, and I know it's kind of silly, but since I do all the interviews, anyway, we kind of dreamed this up and thought it might be kind of funny. And if anybody's watching this, that's not my twin brother. That we're one and the same, and due to the magic of video editing, we're here together. So thank you, and all that good stuff. And thank you for visiting SurvTechSolutions.com. If you have any questions or we can help you with land surveying, give us a call at 1-877-621-4929, or you can email me, sales@SurvTechSolutions.com. Thank you, and I'll see you shortly, and I'll see you in 30. Thanks so much. We hope you've enjoyed our satirical look at a video interview with William Hatfield, Marketing Director, which, as you know, is also myself. So, even though it was done in light, I hope you enjoyed the answers, and we will see you in 30. Take care.